I am live, and I love it. This has been so fun for me to do these live streams because I just did the best one I've ever done. It was awesome. And then I found out my sound wasn't working. So you just never know what's going to happen. I'm going to do it again right now because this is called Getting Back Up on the Horse. And we're going to talk today about a topic that is near and dear to my heart. It is that law of attraction that keeps cropping up everywhere. One of the things I have found that all the people that we've worked with, and you'll hear me say we, because my husband Bill and I work together, have a Unity Center for Universal, YOU, Universal Prosperity together. We kind of do everything together 24/7. So I slip into we quite often. But one of the things we found with our classes that we teach, with the people that we mentor, the people that we coach, invariably, sometime during the process, the topic of the law of attraction pops up, and people are so frustrated with it. The topic gets so much press. There have been movies about it. There are books about it. Teachers teach about it. And everybody says it's fabulous, but then people can't make it work for themselves. And they feel like failures, and they feel so frustrated. So we decided to take a look at it, and we stopped teaching anything related to it for quite a while we dug into it. And today I want to share with you what we found out, because this can literally change the way you think about the law of attraction, but more importantly, can change the results that you get. So let's dive in right away. One of the things we found is that it's just wrong. It's just been taught wrong. It's been shared incorrectly, and some very important pieces are left out. It's kind of like having this fabulous recipe that you taste at somebody else's house and you say, oh, show me how to do it. And the people give you a recipe, but they leave out that one key ingredient. So when you make it, it's never the same. Ever had that happen? Well, that's exactly what happens with the law of attraction. So, hey, first of all, I want to thank everybody who's listening, particularly if you're listening right now, but really if you're listening later, because I hope people will tune in when they find this. I mean, since it wasn't really announced, since I'm redoing it. But pop into the comments section and just share that you're here, that you're listening, and what you've heard and experienced about the law of attraction. And as we move through it, let me know how you're feeling about it. Okay? So why don't we just dig in? And I'm going to share my screen for a moment because I want you to really focus on what I'm saying and not be thinking about me, but rather focus on this content. So I've actually created a little quick PowerPoint for us. And we're just going to take a look at it real quickly, because this is how the law of attraction has always been taught. And I will bet if you ask people to tell you what the law of attraction means, this is what they'll say. Oh, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. And everybody thinks that's great. But guess what? It ends up raising lots of questions, because people say, I think about it, I think about it, I think about it, and it doesn't appear. So what's up with that? So we've decided that the law of attraction was definitely missing something. And what we found is there are two principles that have to come together to create this law of attraction and have it working. So what I want to do right now is share with you these two key principles, because once you get these principles in mind, you'll be ready to roll. So the first principle, and we call it, notice the spelling, YOU, Universal Prosperity Principle of Mind Action. Okay, not law of attraction, but the Universal Prosperity Principle of Mind Action. This is part one. And here's the way it works. Thoughts, because remember, we're talking about thoughts here. We're not talking about things out there. We're talking about thoughts. Thoughts held in mind with feeling and emotion produce what? More thoughts of the same kind. Now, isn't that cool? Thoughts held in mind with feeling and emotion produce more thoughts of the same kind. So what you want to do is start thinking about, what is your intention? What is it you want to focus on? And then how does that make you feel? Because when you bring in your feeling and emotion, it gives the amp power to what your intentions are. And as you get more feeling and emotion involved, you get more thoughts related to this, and they build and they grow. Here's a warning that you need to be aware of. This principle is always working, and it doesn't care whether your thoughts are positive or negative. When you're putting feeling and emotion into your thinking, more thoughts of the same kind are flowing in. So if you're thinking negativity, if you're thinking this won't work, I'm a failure, I can't do this, I'm depressed, I'm sad, why does nothing ever good happen to me? If those are your thoughts and you get really into those thoughts emotionally, well, before you know it, more thoughts are supporting it, and you're going to have a downward spiral. Well, that's the prosperity principle of mind action. It's working, but you're putting in the wrong kind of thoughts, the wrong emotions, the wrong feeling. So that means we want to be very aware. And this is big tip 1. Be very conscious of what your thoughts are, because what you're thinking then leads to the feelings and emotions around it and produces more of the same. So this is all creating your intention. One other thing to beware of, and this is really fun, beware of what we like to call intention deficit disorder. And all that means is people either just let all these thoughts roam around in their mind with no control, so there's no order to it, and then they wonder why nothing is working, or we have so many, or we just don't have any. We don't give it any energy. But all of those issues will end up creating problems in getting what you want in terms of your manifestation. So we have the first principle, the very first principle that we want you to be aware of, the law of mind, or the principle of mind action. That is paired with the second universal prosperity principle of manifestation. Now, the universal prosperity principle of manifestation has 3 key points. And if you can take these and put them into action, it will literally transform your experience here in what we like to call skin school. First of all, you want to have your intention. This is your focus. This is what we just talked about. You want to have a very clear understanding of what it is you want. Once you have that in your mind and you've got the emotions and the feelings around it, then you have basic understanding of the principles of the environments in which you are living, which affect the intention you have. Now, this is a piece we have added that we think is always left out. We've never seen this before. But for us, this becomes one of the key pieces. This is that one ingredient that's left out of that recipe that you couldn't make, remember? Let me give you an example of what I mean, because it may not make sense when you just see the words there. Let's say you wanted to be an astronaut and you were going to go up to the space station to live for a while. You would have to understand a whole new set of principles based on the environment to which you were going, how the law of gravity works, how your movement is affected up there, how you measure things, how you take care of yourself, what you wear. Everything is different in that environment. You would need to understand that before you could be successful. Well, the same thing's true here with your intentions. What if you have an intention related to money? You want financial freedom. You want to pay off all your bills and be debt-free. And you have a really strong intention there. It's really important to understand the basic principles of financial management. How does money work here? I need to be able to look at money and not be seeing it as with guilt, not feeling like I have lack consciousness just because I want to understand money more. All of that is really important. If your intention is around health, then you need to have a basic understanding of how exercise works, how food interacts with your body, calories, all of those things. And until you know that, you cannot totally and most effectively work on your intention. So intention plus that understanding of basic principles and of your environment. And now comes the big one, plus action. It's really important for you to take action, but not just any action. Action in alignment with your intention. Please hear that one more time. Action in alignment with your intention. That's what the picture's all about there, with the action puzzle piece fitting right into the space of your intention. If you have the intention of related to health and having flexibility in your body and feeling healthy and great stamina, and you understand all the principles surrounding that in terms of your environment of health and wholeness and exercise and food, but then you go out and eat a bunch of junk and don't exercise, your actions are not in alignment with the intention you have set. And then you wonder, why in the world am I not getting manifestation, right? So these three things are your big tips. Intention, and here's a little bonus tip that goes with intention. Focus on the essence. Focus on the essence of what it is you want, because the essence of it is what gives you the energy and the power and the feeling and emotion that will support that intention. Then add the understanding of the basic principles of whatever environments are surrounding this intention. If your intention is relationship, then you need to understand how relationships work. What about communication? How do I become a good listener? What do I need to know about myself so that I'm ready for the kind of relationship that I want to attract into my life? So understanding those things, the love languages, do I understand that? Those are the things I would need to know. And then my actions need to always be in alignment with my intention. When you put these together, folks, you get your manifestation. You can get it and it will work for you. So let me pull off the screen, get off the screen now, the PowerPoint now, so I can look you eyeball to eyeball and find out how you're feeling about this. So I know that a lot of you are watching this later. So I want you to go ahead and punch in that chat box exactly how you're feeling right now. And I'm hoping it's like, wow, or woohoo, or yippee, I never thought of that, because this is kind of a different way to look at it. But, you know, we are kind of different and we like to be a little bit rebellious in how we look at things. And for us, this law of attraction really needed to be upended, and that myth exploded so we can see the reality. I want to give you just one more little thing here. If you like that poster that I had, the poster that had intention plus understanding of the environment plus the action, and it has the puzzle pieces, I actually have a copy of that for you. I've got right here. It's going to be a little ticker tape right underneath. Can you see it? I'm still learning where all these controls are, but it's kind of fun. And you'll see it riding by. If you just type this into your browser, bit.ly/manifest-poster. This will come right to your inbox. You can type in your email and then it'll come right to you. And what I encourage you to do is print it off and put it up somewhere so that you can constantly be reminded that this is how you make this law work, that you put these two universal principles into work in your life. I also want to give you an invitation, because we do quite a bit of spiritual cafes. We do different kinds of pop-ups, spiritual pop-ups, because one of the things we've learned about this whole manifestations thing is that it works better with other people, that it's so powerful to have a community around us that supports us, that allows us to grow and prosper and be all that we can be. And so we want to invite you to be part of our community. And if you go to UCFYP, that is the quick link to get to our website. And then once you get to our website, you will actually have the opportunity to click on upcoming events, and it will take you right to this page. And when you see this page, you'll notice that you actually have we have some links to Zoom that are recurring links. And then under that, you'll see all the things we have scheduled for May and the things we have scheduled for June. And we're constantly updating this, so you'll want to visit often. And a lot of these things are open to anybody, everybody. So we just invite you to go in, find a date that works for you, and join us. Just pop in and get a chance to be introduced to our wonderful community, because they're great. They are absolutely great. Okay, so I'm going to stop that screen. I'm coming back, and I want to share one final thing with you, because if you like this, and I'm hoping you really did, and you resonate with it, that you get it, that it makes sense, then you might be interested in our book. And this is a little shameless marketing, and I realize that, but I really want you to have the opportunity to know about it. It's called How to Achieve Universal Prosperity. And Bill and I put this together after 5+ years of doing research around it, because we got so tired of hearing how nothing works. We just heard over and over, prosperity stuff doesn't work for us. We wanted to find out why. And so in this book, we've got science, we've got the principles, and then we've got how-tos, and it is filled with lots of how-tos. So all you have to do is just open it probably pretty much anywhere, and you'll find all kinds of bullets and activities and things that you can do that will let you have an opportunity to experience abundance in health, happiness, inner peace, and financial freedom. Because for us, those are the 4 pieces that go together to achieve this. And if this is something you might be interested in, you can actually use this link that's now scrolling across the bottom, and that will take you to an information page. No need to buy from that page. It just tells you a whole lot more about the book, gives you a chance to read little pieces of it, and it gives you a chance to order it. I might as well be honest about that too. There are some order links, but you're not required to click them. But it'll give you a chance to see more of what we're talking about. For us, this is an area that's near and dear to our heart. It's what we're based on. That's why we're the Unity Center for YOU, Universal Prosperity, because we believe you deserve to have incredible health, incredible happiness, incredible inner peace, and incredible financial freedom. And when you can bring those together in your life, you truly can master the art of living as you walk the spiritual path on practical feet. Thank you so much, and abundant blessings. Hope to see you soon.